Hey everyone, welcome back to Vicarious Gaming. Today we are playing through level 4 of Doom Eternal.
Yep, let's go ahead and get started. Level 4 is Doom Hunter base. It is so in the last level we began infiltrating the cultist base of the second of three priests that we are trying to kill. After killing the first priest, the remaining two have acquired guardians that we will have to fight before we can kill them. So this level we will have our first boss fight. Oh, that is not good for Chaboy. Not a great start here.
I'm having a hard time whenever you say like, "Oh, that's not good." I don't have enough of a sense of the game yet to understand what's not good that's happening. So could you be more like specific when you say stuff like that?
Sure, yeah. So in that position, I was just low health, and it's one of those things that you just kind of get a sense for over time. My position was not great. It was kind of like I was on my back foot the whole time, trying to avoid shots, and I wasn't able to concentrate very much on getting my health back. And you can also see that I'm low ammo. So that was another thing that I was struggling with there. But it's okay. It's fine. We're good. It's all good. Let's try and get these guys. So right now my main kind of priority for progression of the game is to upgrade my meat hook mastery. If you remember, the meat hook mastery sets our enemies on fire when you hit them with this meat hook underneath the shotgun. It's extremely powerful. Like I said earlier, the super shotgun is a little bit OP, honestly, which makes sense because it's the Slayer's signature weapon. So once
And it's, super.
yeah, it is the super shotgun. So once we get that, my life is going to be a little bit easier. We're gonna grab remote detonate. Like I said before, I'm gonna try and use mods that I don't normally use very much. I tend to prefer lock-on burst to remote detonate by quite a bit. But remote detonate does have, I missed that jump. Remote detonate does indeed have a place that it can fit into people's playstyles. It's just that my personal playstyle does not tend to use it very much. Grab our suit token.
Manhole cover.
Yeah, manhole cover. Your Oreo cookie, maybe. I'm gonna actually spend those and get 2 frag grenades instead of 1. I'm very big on grenades. They're extremely powerful in this game. There is not a mod, I guess, but one of the traits of grenades that really helps is they guaranteed will stagger just about any demon in the game. So it can really buy you that split second of breathing room to figure out what you're doing and deal with a threat. Alright, so we're gonna encounter some new enemies here in this level. The first one, yeah, the Pinky, here we go. The Pinky's kind of like an armored bulldog that charges you. They're armored from the front. So normally, if you hit them from the front, I think it does like a tiny amount of damage. You could feasibly kill them from the front if you wanted to, but you shouldn't. They have their tail on the back is the weak point, and they also are, as you saw, I hit him with a blood punch, and blood punch guaranteed instant kills them.
Do you have to hit them from the back to insta-kill them, or...?
Nope, you can hit him from the front. Blood punch is just that powerful. So if you don't have a blood punch, here's a good way to deal with a Pinky. Freeze him, go around behind him, shoot him in the back. Let's see, take out this Revenant before he gets... Oh, there are 2 Revenants, maybe. Yeah, there are 2. No? Yes, there are, okay. Thank you. So one thing we haven't kind of talked about is you might notice that if I go around killing these little guys, they don't ever really seem to end. And that's part of the idea of that this game kind of espouses is this take what you need style of combat, where if you run out of ammo, you need to have a smaller demon that you can chainsaw in order to get your ammo back. So in the main campaign, they will continue to spawn these weaker demons. In the later campaigns, they up the ante with that a little bit. So there are not just the weaker demons like the imps and the possessed soldiers, but also sometimes heavier demons will just spawn repeatedly until you kill the bigger guys. Oh, I did not have a blood punch that I thought I had. Whoops. But anyway, so the constant trickle of the smaller demons allows you to kind of take whatever you need at a given time. You know, I can always meat hook to a soldier or an imp and chainsaw them pretty easily if I need ammo. And because they never stop coming, there's never going to be a situation where I'm not seeing one of those guys in front of me. I would like to kill that Mancubus if I could. I will settle for the Hell Knight though. There's a Whiplash that I heard around here too. There you are. I really like the glory kill that Whiplashes have. I think it's a glory kill from the side, where you break their arm and then stab them in the head with their own arm.
It's not a gory game.
No. It's a family friendly. Oh yeah, okay, well, I wanted to glory kill you, but that's alright. We'll deal with that. And we're about done with this fight, I think. Boop, boop, boop. I think that's it.
How far away are you from the mastery that we were talking about on the super shotgun?
I am at 45 of 50, so pretty close. 46, yeah, you can see it on the right side of the screen right now. It pops up whenever you make progress.
I forgot what side was my right, so I was doing like a Scooby-Doo, like whoop whoop whoop.
Grab this battery real quick and continue on our merry way. Yeah, I got all the secrets back there. All right. So we have our new enemy in the Pinky that we just fought. There's also going to be the Carcass and the Prowler, I believe, which are both really changed the dynamic of how the game plays. Oh, right. So this is the Guardian that we're going to fight here in a little bit. One of the things that I kind of like aesthetically about this level is as you are fighting through the level, you see them building this creature that you're going to have to fight at the end. It's a pretty fun little way to kind of build to a dramatic fight and, you know, make it feel like you're watching this thing and you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's what's happening here.
Mm.
Doop. I'm up here. Oh, missed. There we go. And boy, he's really far away. I think I could probably get back here from glory killing him, but I'll let him get a little closer. Oh, okay. He died. I've been noticing that. I've been playing a little bit in my spare time. I think they bugged in some way. They bugged executing glory kills, because I've had several times where I go to do a glory kill and either I just blood punch them, which it shouldn't do, or they just break out of the glory kill state and start punching me.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a weird little bug. I don't know if that's something I'm doing wrong and I just don't notice, or if that's a documented thing. We have observed before that, all things considered for a AAA game, it's a little bit buggy. There's our Carcass. So the Carcass is fun because it will just throw shields wherever you are looking. So if you are looking at this Revenant and about to fire a rocket, the Carcass might put a shield directly in front of you, and now you have if you used a lock-on burst, now you have 3 rockets blowing up in your face. So it really makes you, again, it's talking about priorities of which enemies do you kill first. And it really changes that evaluation of what's important to take out when. The last enemy that we're gonna meet in this one is the Prowler, who he's kind of like a super imp. He has kind of a similar body structure as well as similar kind of way he moves, but he can also teleport. His entire goal is to find players who just want to take cover and poke out and shoot from behind cover and kill them. And that's all he wants to do. And he does it pretty well. Here we have...
that's another example of putting pressure on the player that we've talked about before.
Yes. Yeah, they are always trying to keep you out of a zone where you could just say, I'm just going to stand here and shoot things in the head with precision bolt because I've cheesed this level and I know that I can just stand here and not get punished for it. These spike walls, there we go. They always have a weird timing, and every time I think like, okay, yeah, I'll just go ahead and jump, whatever, I get caught. Almost like that. Hello. Goodbye. I believe there's a Mancubus in here. Yep. Oh, taking some damage. But I have the Flaming Meat Hook now, so I can recover health so much faster. You can see my chain is on fire. The other thing that I just picked up, the new rune, is it's called Chrono Strike, I think is the name. But basically, if I right-click in midair, I can slow time for a short period, and then it has to recharge after that. But it's really useful if you are struggling to take out weak points in the middle of a big fight. You can use Chrono Strike, and I'm still waiting on mine to recharge, but you can use Chrono Strike, and it makes it really easy to shoot off those Mancubus cannons or those Revenant turrets. This is an example of a spot where, like we talked about before, if I don't have to go over there, why would I? I'll go a little bit earlier than I normally would, but you can stand over there and just kind of take pot shots at these guys indefinitely. For whatever reason, they won't do anything about it. There's Chrono Strike. Another reason I would like to take Chrono... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was thinking about the Chrono Strike. That's an awesome example of, I think, what I'm interpreting as a way that they have given players who maybe not as skilled in first-person shooters tools to engage in that power fantasy. Yep.
Yeah, there's another, so we found the little collectible cheat codes, air quotes around cheat codes, around the game. There's a couple of those that are kind of a similar thing, where they seem geared to do that same thing of allowing players who might not be as good, but who still want to enjoy that power fantasy. There's a thing called Sentinel Armor, which basically makes your armor, instead of just acting like a second health pool, it actually reduces your damage as well as acting like a second health pool. And that's something that you could, really play into that power fantasy with, like we talked about. Alright. Yep, there is a collectible down there. Oh, I did a bad jump. I'll go the long way. Normally you can jump out from the tower, double jump up, and then dash back. That's what I normally do. But I missed it. Grab our cookie from our friend. Oh, what if I haven't been paying attention to what my mission challenges are. Kill 3 demons with a single frag. Okay, I can do that. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Oh well. 3 demons with a single frag. There we go. Easy peasy. Boop. The Chrono Strike rune is also so helpful for dealing with a large group of Cacodemons. Once you get later in the game, they'll send Cacodemons at you in 3s and 4s, and it's hard to squeeze off 3 sticky grenades in a row and hit every single one in the mouth. So if you have Chrono Strike, just takes off that pressure a little bit. I believe there's a sentinel crystal down here. I really like we might have talked about this in a different recording that we didn't use, but I really like the just the aesthetic of the cultist kind of technology.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of reminiscent of Doom 3, honestly, which might not have been well received, but visually is amazing, and made even more amazing by the fact that that was really the first kind of truly 3D game they did.
Mm-hmm.
No pixels, art and stuff. I think it was the first one. I'm pretty sure Doom 64 was not 3D. I'm not as familiar with the history of Doom as some people are. Pinky? Pinky! Boop. I still, yeah, you'll notice that I lit that guy on fire when I was at full health and armor. It's something that I just do as a habit at this point.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good example of that carcass trying to interrupt me, but as we've talked about before with the shield guys, you can destroy that energy shield with your plasma rifle. So the carcasses can hurt you in some situations, but if you use them correctly, they can help you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about rewarding, like we talked about, that this game is all about rewarding players who play in the way that the designers want you to.
Yeah, like understanding the weaknesses of various enemies and the tools that they use.
Yep. Grab some ammo, top off. And I thought about just running through this laser grid, but I know the moment I do, I'm gonna die in another screen, and then I'll be like, if only I'd had that extra 5 health. So that's our Prowler. That one had kind of a melodramatic entrance since I insta-killed him, but they become quite common as the game progresses. Uh-oh. Okay, dodged. Alright, and there's one of the... Oh boy, I didn't want you to spawn yet, but that's okay. I knew there was a whiplash in here, and a whiplash in a small room is pretty dangerous. Yes. Again, building this guy like as we're going through the level is pretty cool to watch. Doom Hunters are, so I think we mentioned this briefly before, but there are kind of 3 classes of demons in this game. There's fodder demons, which are the imps and the possessed soldiers and things like that. The heavy demons, which are Hell Knights, Ragnatrons, etc. And the super heavy demons, which we have not seen one yet. This boss that we're about to fight is the first super heavy demon that we see, and I think I like him best out of all the super heavy demons because he has much more counterplay to him.
Mm-hmm.
The other super heavy demons, they don't have weak points like this guy does, so they're kind of just bullet sponges. They have other things that kind of make up for that difference in design. I kind of wish that we'll talk about them when we see them, but I kind of wish that they had given them a little more counterplay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think we're almost done. This is a quicker level than I remember. Yeah, this door down here actually is the entrance, I believe.
Cool. So good at the gaming.
Uh-huh, I'm a speedy boy, what can I say? Let's make sure we didn't miss any upgrade stuff real quick before we go to that. There's a secret over there that I missed. I forgot about that one. I don't think I'm gonna go back for that. If it was an upgrade point, maybe I would have gone back for it, but not a big deal, I don't think.
I'll allow it.
Maybe at some point I'll go back off screen and get all the collectibles I missed so that we can have the full toy collection.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes this fight's a little rough. I gotta gird my loins. For some reason, your laughs aren't getting captured. That was quite a loud laugh, but it didn't. Your mic didn't pick it up.
Oh, weird. So I get to buy a new microphone, right?
The great Argadon hunters from the Telos realm, though long thought to be extinct, created to hunt only the Slayer and his Night Sentinels during the
Aesthetically, I like the Doom Hunter a lot. He's very metal.
Enjoy what is
And the that shot of his back there, where it's like they kind of tried to put the skin over the robot bits, but they were like, it's fine. It's very kind of Frankenstein-y.
It is that.
Yeah.
Little sled is extremely funny.
Yeah. So he technically has 2 health bars. Actually, they're kind of talking about it in this. I'll attempt to talk about it as I fight him. His sled has a health bar, and then after the sled is destroyed, the body will venture out on its own into the wide world, and it has its own, separate health pool. So you have to hit the sled to damage him at this point, unless you decide to use the plasma rifle, or you could also use the ballista. We don't have the ballista right now, but you can see he has like an energy shield, like a Halo Covenant style energy shield, and you can destroy that. It's kind of not efficient though. I tend to normally just target the sled. That's a lot of imps over there. You asked earlier how I know like when a situation is bad, Getting surrounded is another big one that it's a death sentence. It doesn't even need to necessarily be heavy demons. It can be fodder that have surrounded you, and you just can't get out, and on some difficulties they will just relentlessly melee attack you repeatedly if you don't move. And that's our Doom Hunter. But wait, there's more. Again, this game's always throwing one more thing at you. In this case, quite literally.
Oh, superhero landing.
Yep.
Terrible for the knees.
I've been trying to get better at quick switching with the heavy rifle, because we did that in a previous video, and I did terribly at it. So I was like, I should try and not be bad at that. This is a fight where you just gotta keep moving. That's my strategy, at least. I'm sure there are people who are good enough at DPSing down the Doom Hunters that they can just obliterate them right out the gate. I usually kind of adopt a hit and run method where I see a Doom Hunter, I throw a rocket at him, and then I find a small fodder demon to chainsaw or to get armor from, or health, whatever.
This is a really interesting fight that they introduced the Doom Hunter as a solo enemy in kind of a boss-like environment, and then immediately threw you into having 2 of them.
Yes.
It definitely does that little training ground type of thing really well in this game.
Yeah, and it... Oh man. Okay. Hate it when he says that. Yes, and that also kind of... So normally you'd see a boss and you're like, oh man, that boss was hard. I'm glad I never have to see them again. And so it is already breaking that perception and saying like, okay, what about 2 of them? Because Doom Hunters come back later in the game. They just kind of start to be worked into the normal flow of combat. I would like this one to die, actually, if I can manage that. There we go. Okay, we're good. Yeah, if you're trying to do that for an Ultra Nightmare run, like I said, just moving, hit and run. Don't get greedy is the biggest part, Gonna try a little bit of remote detonate. Where is he? I hear him. Oh, there he is. I hit the wall with that rocket. Another thing that, talking about counterplay for the Doom Hunters, they are weak to blood punches. They take extra damage from it. Obviously, they are a big, very healthy demon, so getting up in his face to blood punch him is particularly dangerous. But like we talked about before, grenades guarantee stagger almost everything. So, oh no, please, heal me. Thank you. Oh no. Hold on.
So we need to set guys on fire for health, is that right?
Set guys on fire is for armor, and then
Armor.
you get health from glory kills. You also get health from normal kills if you're already low health. It's a smaller amount than a glory kill, but it's something that'll kind of, thank you. It's something that, it's a smaller amount of health than you would get from a glory kill, but it, again,
Sorry, this guy looks so scared.
he's a little, just a little bit.
Noble conquest. Perhaps in return for my...
Oh,
Yeah. So,
I guess he was rightfully scared.
yeah, Doom Guy doesn't really do mercy. I like how the priests kind of each have their own personality. You don't really see the first one very much, but this guy obviously is kind of, he's got the sniveling coward persona. The last priest is more in control, more authoritative, I guess, and when you're about to kill him, he's just like, this doesn't change anything.
We'll have to remember to talk about that in the next episode, but that's something that we've talked about with the demons too, that each of them kind of has their own personality in the way that they ambulate, and the way that they attack you and things like that.
Yep, and their facial expressions even. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a later episode. But anyway, that was Doom Hunter Base. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're still having quite a bit of fun doing this, and hopefully you're enjoying it.
Yeah, so smash that like button, as the YouTubers say, and we will be back next Thursday.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.